They're lean, they're mean and they're ready to take on the world. They're the Australian Grand Masters Women's Dragon Boat Team. Next month, these women will compete in the International Dragon Boat Championships in Prague. The team is made up of women from throughout New South Wales. They are incredibly fit. They're all over 50. Sharon O'Neill caught up with them this week on Sydney Harbour.
You guys are the cream of the crop. I believe, being involved in the past 2 or 3 campaigns, this is probably the most prepared we've been and the hardest we've worked. My name's Carol Fentoulis and I'm the Assistant Grand Dragons coach for the women. These women, they're Grand Dragons, which means they're over 50, and they're all extremely dedicated and hardworking. They've had to go through quite a few performance-based tests to be in the team.
I'm Yvonne Cooper and I've been dragon boating for 4.5 years and racing for about 4 years. And I live up on the mid-north coast. I live in Kempsey. Yeah, I'm 67. And it's a bit bizarre, really. Here I am in the Grand Dragons, which are for 50s and over. So we have people in our crew who only just turned 50, and I think I'm the old.
My name's Christine Lewis and I'm from Port Macquarie, and I'm the baby of the Grand Dragons at the very young age of 50. I got dragged kicking and screaming to dragon boat racing by my mother, who is an avid paddler at the age of almost 78, and it clicked. I just found this was something I was good at. I love the team camaraderie, I love the competition, and I love the fact that you can push yourself as an individual and still be part of a much bigger thing with the team.
I heard about a group of breast cancer survivors, and Rosie and I are both breast cancer survivors. So we joined that club, but as it turns out, we now spend most of our time training for the state team and the Australian team, so we don't get as involved with them as much as we did, but that's all right. It got me onto the water, and it's the best sport.
I think we have about 8 or 9 women that actually have been through breast cancer, but they all paddle with clubs as well, so you know, it's just amazing that they can work to the same level and work to that level that they can reach, you know, representing state.
5, 6, 7, 8.
I think this is the fittest I've ever been in all my life. So it's fabulous. It really feels good.
I played touch football and netball, and this was the sport that I could do after all those years because I've got bad knees and bad heels. It's just something that it's a non-contact sport. I love team sports. And I love these girls too because they're going so well.
We're fitter than a lot of other people too, and that's what's the great thing about this sport is that age just doesn't matter at all. It's a performance sport, and you're performing at a really high level, you know, sort of whether you're 30 or whether you're 60.
When I was younger, I was absolutely useless. I was a couch potato. So I didn't start doing any sport till I was about 30, really. And this has just driven me. I thought I'd come and have a nice Sunday paddle. That's how I started with this. And here I am in the Oz squad, and I just couldn't be happier.
The girls are going to do very well. I've never seen a more committed bunch, and they're actually every single one of them are sticking to the program that the head coach has set in terms of how many times they've got to be on the water and how much effort to put into improving their technique. And I think they're working so hard and they've gelled as a team, and that's one of the main things that will help them succeed.
I
didn't realise I'd get to this level of paddling in New South Wales and the Australian team, so I'm really, really proud.
I'm a Malaysian, and of course I'm now an Australian citizen. But it's just incredible to think that I'm actually representing Australia. I still can't believe it.
To be selected into this elite level of any sport is just mind-boggling. And I think more than my pride in representing Australia is my family's in me for having achieved something like this.
I was lucky enough to do it 2 years ago for the first time, and everybody said to me, when you first put on the green and gold, you will feel some emotion, and that's absolutely true. To be out there representing your country, and even now I've got Oz on my paddle, and every time I pick it up and look at that, it just makes you feel very proud and privileged.
For me, I don't think it's really sunk in yet. I'm trying not to think about it so I don't get too nervous, but it's just probably one of the proudest things I've done in my life.
I'm still a bit shocked by it, really.
I'm Canadian, and I had no idea that dragon boating was a big sport in Canada. Apparently, they're sort of the best in the world. They're the team to beat. And I love the fact that I'm Canadian and I'm representing Australia.
So you're going to win?
Absolutely. Yeah, yes, well and truly.
Gold.
Make it all worthwhile.
And fingers crossed that all that hard work will pay off next month in Prague. Sharon O'Neill with that report.